Good morning. It's Sunday, and it's about a week since I put a test frame of eggs in this hive, and I haven't touched it since. So we're going to have a look this morning and see what's going on. Now, I'm going to requeen this morning, and I thought this would be quite useful. So we've got what I think is a queenless colony. I've given them a frame of eggs. Unfortunately, it's not a lovely sunny day, so I'm afraid it's a bit grim looking today. So let's just take these supers off. Upset them a bit, I'm sure. We've still got a bit of a flow coming in from field beans. Not ideal beekeeping weather in my view, but it should always be sunny when you're looking after bees. But a bit away from that. Okay, so they're a bit quiet this morning, and I'm just going to pull this off. In fact, they're considerably calmer, and they're not roaring since I looked last time. Now, the reason for that, notice even though I think they're queenless, I'm still looking, making sure on the crown, queen excluder or the crown board, that there's not a queen sitting there. Now, the reason I think they're quieter is that they've got eggs now. Otherwise, they'd be all over me, and we'll see what happens. So, one of two things I'm going to find when I take this test frame out. If you remember, see if I can definitely see it on the screen here. When I marked this as test, I put some eggs and emerging brood in there, and I said they're going to do one of two things. They're either going to create queen cells, or they're just going to cap them. So this is, as I said, the gold standard test to find out if you have a queen in here. Now, it may be that there is a queen in here and she's now laying on her own. So I'm just taking that frame out, full of honey. Hanging up on the end there. Oh, windy, horrible day. And I'm moving this one to one side. The reason I'm not pulling out the test frame completely is because if I pull the test frame out, I might damage a cell, a queen cell. So I just want a bit of elbow room to work. So here we are, here's the test frame coming out. And whoa, look, there's a few queen cells. So I don't know if you can see that. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 emergency queen cells there. And I'm not going to waste them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them in a box with some nurse bees, and I'm going to raise another couple of queens off there. So I'm going to get my new queen ready in a second. So I've got a nuke box down here, so all those lovely queen cells in there. Put them in a polynuke. Polynukes, as you've heard me say before, are brilliant. Oh, there's lots of pollen on that one there, that's good. Might give them one more, come on, one more frame of stores. Come on, out you come. Oh, you're stuck in well. My bees this year have made a lot of Bracecomb and propolis. Propolis, oh, there's loads of stores on there, that'll be good for them. Right, there we are, so there's those three. I'll put 3 more frames of drawn brood in, the drawn frames in. That will clean those up as well. I'm putting on there as well. And then I'm going to get those down the road in a minute to another apiary where I will let them reorientate themselves, because if I leave them here, any flying bees will obviously come straight back to the parent hive. Okay. Put this lot down here for the moment. I'm locked in. Can't go anywhere. Okay, so let's replace the frames I took out of here with some more brood frames. A few bits of store on. I need one more frame. Stupid boy. No, I don't. I really am a stupid boy, because I had another frame of bees here, of course. Okay, so they're back together. Okay, so that's all done. And by now, these poor bees are starting to get the idea. Come on, let's get you girls back up here. There we are. They're now starting to get the idea that they're queenless. So, here we go. Do apologise, I forgot to bring myself a clip. Now this is a queen cage, this is an empty one, and I tend to use these giant paper clips. I find them more robust than ordinary cocktail sticks, but cocktail sticks are good. Now here we have a nice new queen. I've bought off a very well-known local breeder, and I rate his queens very highly. He does this as part of his work, and basically what we've got here is a queen cage. There's the queen in here who's marked with a little blue spot, and 6 or 8 workers who are her attendants. And at the bottom you can see, hopefully, there's a little tab here. Now I will be breaking that out, but I'm not going to do it today. These bees are queenless. They've had their queen cells nicked from them, so they're pretty hacked off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the giant paper clip, one of the greatest inventions known to beekeepers, giant paper clips. Here we go. I wish I had delicate fingers. There. Okay, I thread it round a couple of times so it can't fall off. And then all I have to do is pop her between a couple of frames. So I'm just going to pop her down there, just like that, and the paper clip or the cocktail stick or whatever you come to hand, a twig if you forgot to bring one with you, will just stop it from dropping through. Now after 2 or 3 days I shall come back and I shall remove the little plastic tab, and then the attendants and the workers will be able to be digging towards each other, tunneling through that fondant, and it's a sort of time delay mechanism to let them out. So there we are, new queen is in. They will start to get the smell of her and will gradually accept her. Now they are roaring again now, I can hear them, because they haven't picked up the fact there's a queen here. And this is a very good way of introducing queens. This is sort of modern equivalent to the old butler cage. So I'm going to reassemble it, leave them. And as I said, down there I've got some queen cells which I'm going to take away. Oh look, there's a flying bee. They're starting to get a sniff at her, and you can see they're actually looking. I'm going to see if I can get the camera to show you. If you have a look down here, there are bees starting to sniff the edge of the cage, and I have put in here a wet frame of honey. Now they are starting to have a sniff around, and in fact you can see there's one here on the side. Don't know if you can actually see her. She's actually sticking her nose, her tongue through, and they're all starting to have a look around. So they've got the idea there is a queen in there. She has an alien smell, which is not good. They would kill her first opportunity, but by putting her in there for a few days, they get the smell of her and they will accept her, release her, and she will become a new queen for them. And of course she's fully mated, she's in going straight into lay, and so that's one of my nice new Buckfast ones in here. And then I will mark that this has got a queen in here from this year, and it's one I've bought in. Okay, so 2 jobs achieved. I've got a new queen going to be bred in that box down there. Take that to another apiary, and I've got a new queen in here. Nice job, 10 minutes. Took longer to talk to you than to do the job. So there we are. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was informative. As I said, it's a shame it's not a sunny, warm, lovely day, but there we go. Anyway, so there we are. Put these girls back together, and hopefully, got a handful of bees here on my suit. I've been leaning against the frame. Here we are. In you go, girls. There we are. And I love Buckfast bees. They are really, really good. Life is too short, beekeepers, to have rubbish bees. I know there's all sorts of theory. Come on, drone, you can't get through there. I know there's all sorts of theories about local bees are best, and they are at one level, but they've got to be good bees, and these are local for me. They're bred in the area, and Buckfast are so gentle and very productive. I love them. I started with Buckfast bees 40 odd years ago. I remember the first one. The post lady arrived with a cage in a bag and wanted to see what it was because it said live bees, and she was very chuffed. Anyway, there we go. I will catch up with you in another hive in a minute, because I want to show you putting one in and taking one out, probably. Okay, bye.